the Andrew Zonals is not just a parish event. I think it's the happening place to be on the first Sunday of September of every year for people in the suburbs and for the whole city of Mumbai, I guess. That's an applause for all of you and for all those who've been organizing it over these years. It's a platform to develop and display one's talents in music, in drama, and in singing, in dancing too. A place where you're encouraged, and I think some who are now professionals in the field of theatre and music were here on this stage years ago, and that spark was ignited here. And they've gone on then to develop their talents, to nurture their skills, and become professionals in their own field, thanks to the encouragement they received from this place at the Andrian Zonals. It's also a time for the parish to come together, an experience of coordinating, of collaborating together, of working for a common purpose. And I think it really brings out a lot of leadership skills and talent in so many people. Further, I think the programs put up are not just for entertainment, but it's something that touches the heart, a message of God's love, of people's response, of the way we are to be citizens and members of the church and contribute to the growth of society. I think these are messages that come across sometimes in a positive way, sometimes challenging us to think, like the play that I just watched just before this, and I'm sure the other ones too that will come, and those that I missed. Sorry, I came in late. I think there's a beautiful message that each song, each play, each item portrays. And in some way, therefore, those of you who are on stage, you are evangelizers, giving the good news, and you're doing it with joy. You are joyful evangelizers, as Pope Francis says. While we do the preaching, you're doing it, you're communicating the message, not in a preachy way, but using the talents that God has given you. God is being praised through this. We give thanks to God for this wonderful event. And besides those who are on stage, there's so much that happens backstage, the sidal stage, maybe even under the stage. So many collaborating, a lot happening also at other places, the organizing teams, the committees, all putting in so much of effort so that the entire event goes through smoothly. I'd like to appreciate the efforts of all those, the organizing committee, the captains and the teams in each of the zones. I think it's a lot of responsibility that you take on, and despite your other commitments, you help everyone come together and put up a good show. Thanks to all of you who take on that responsibility. The cap keeps falling off sometimes. I don't think it's the cute one that was referred to in the play earlier. I'm glad to know that now it's not just Andrew's parish, but the neighboring parishes too that are involved, and a beautiful way of drawing out talent from the neighboring parishes. Having grown up in St. Peter's Parish, we were part of the Zonals also. I see some familiar faces also out here. And because we would have often the practices in our house. And that's where we noticed all that happens in the Zonals. The discussions, the late night practices, planning together, changing plans sometimes misunderstandings, disagreements, fights, friendships, sometimes even relationships that have then blossomed into marriage too. All this happening as part of the preparation for the Zonals. Andrews has done this right from the year 1953, and Monsignor Nereus was the one who initiated this entire project. I'd like to add something to the trivia that was mentioned earlier. Today happens to be my date of baptism, and I was baptized by Monsignor Nereus. Thank Father Monsignor Nereus through you, I've received the gift of faith, and I do hope that God gives me the strength and grace to continue in my ministry. It's really commendable that you've carried on this program, all of you, this entire event of the Andrian Zonals, for the last, from 1953 onwards. This is the 62nd year. In between, I think, whenever they had the Andrian fairs, then the Zonals was skipped. But it's something really commendable that you were able to do this, and I think the quality and the standard of the performances is really outstanding. All the best to those who are going to participate in the remaining part. Congratulations to those of you who've already won prizes, and all of you who've participated. That's really what counts. You contribute to the growth of the parish, to developing your own skills, to praising God for the talents He's given you, and to together building a better place, a better world. God bless you all, and I'm sure you'll enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.